Shohei Ohtani has the first ever 50-50 season in the MLB. And when I first saw this and when I first realized Shohei was going for this, I immediately thought, well, Acuna's 40-40 doesn't matter anymore. Obviously, it mattered. It was a milestone. But that would have been much better and much cooler of a milestone if someone didn't break it the immediate next season. Ohtani's just going for everything. And I think up next for Ohtani is a World Series ring. And I think the Dodgers, yes, I mean the Dodgers, are alive to get there this year. And I know a lot of people aren't going to be afraid of them, like the Phillies, like all the other teams, the Padres. They're not going to be afraid of the Dodgers in the finals, right? In the playoffs, in the postseason, because they haven't really proven that they can do it, right? I think this year is going to be a little bit different. And if as whoever the AL is, if you have the Dodgers, you have to play them in the World Series, I would be a little afraid because that means they got over the hump of getting to the World Series. Because it seems like once the Dodgers get to the World Series, they are going to win the World Series. This is a different team. You got Betts, you got Freeman, you got Ohtani. And Ohtani might throw some pitches now. A video I made a long time ago saying that we got to start thinking about this because it may happen in a World Series game. He might close a game in the World Series, in the playoffs. It is very likely. What can this man do? Historical night last night against the Marlins. I think he hit 3 home runs. 2 stolen bases. He's 51-51, first person ever in MLB history to make that number, to make that mark. Now, I get it. The first thing that comes to my mind when I see 51-51 was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw 40-40. His bags are as easy to steal in this moment than they've ever been in life, right? And that's easy to say because the bags are like pizza boxes now, right? They're so big. They're so much bigger than they ever were. So it's easy to like knock it a little bit. But it's still very impressive. Don't get me wrong, it's still very impressive. But imagine like a guy like Billy Hamilton who had these bases this big. He would have sold 70 bags, maybe even 80 bags in a season instead of that 3-year stretch where he sold 55, 55, 55 year on, year out. In the smaller bag era, this man would have sold 80 bags in this type of season. Shohei is a unicorn, man. And it's crazy because I'm a guy that kind of hated on him a little bit in the beginning of his career. He couldn't stay healthy. I didn't think his pitching was that good, which we still don't know what his pitching is going to be moving forward. I still think that's up in the air and very much a very real question on whether or not will he pitch again, will he start a game again, will he move to the bullpen, will he pitch in the World Series. Those are very much questions that are up in the air, and I think that the Dodgers are really contemplating pretty much probably every day, and we get closer to the playoffs, into the World Series, into the next season. Because the Dodgers don't want to finish outside of the World Series again. They just don't want another big-time regular season and not turn it out to be anything to show for, right? That's just not great. Ultimately, Shohei has a historic night. I'm sure, and I promise, and I think so, he's going to have a lot more historic nights in his career moving forward. The man's him. That's all I can say. That man is him and fully deserved the $70 million a year that man's getting paid over the next 10 years. And now every time someone gets a big contract, I say, he almost got Shohei Ohtani money. And that's now going to be a saying for me for a long time to come, most likely. My name is Josh Wissey. Please hit the subscribe button as we're closing in on 100 subscribers. We were hovering around that number. We hit it for like a second. Someone unsubscribed, unfortunately. But yes, my name is Josh Wissey. Thank you.